G'day everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to our coffee table in our living room here. I've got my cup of tea and I thought today we could record a video on my Pocket 4K handheld rig. So after my previous gimbal videos I got a lot of questions about my Pocket 4K handheld rig, so let's just do a quick video on all the bits and pieces that I use and we'll build it up together. We'll try and keep this as quick as possible because we don't want to sit here for 20 minutes watching me build my rig. So starting off, I use the small rig shoulder plate. I'll also try and put all the part numbers in the description below so you guys can just click on those. The reason I use this is initially it was for mounting on my shoulder, but I was quick to realize that mounting the Pocket 4K on your shoulder is not ideal with the cables hanging out the side, basically into the side of your head. So I did keep this though because it adds an extra couple of pounds and I wanted to make my rig as heavy as possible within reason. Because shooting handheld, having extra weight really helps things smooth out and give a much nicer motion to the image. So yeah, we start with this as the core. And then on the camera itself, I have the small rig cage, the Samsung T5 SSD holder, and then this here is just an extender for the microphone, which I'll show you guys later on. So yeah, slide this on here, and then right to the front, lock the little pin on the side. So now we've got, oh my god, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my cats having a little battle in the bedroom. Up next is the battery plate on the back. Now I use the small rig V-Lock battery plate, and then I just have a small rig cheese plate and then a small rig 15mm rail block on the bottom to attach it. That just goes on the back here. We tighten these up. Next is a handle, again small rig. This is just their basic small rig adjustable handle with a NATO rail. Obviously the cage has a NATO rail on the top of here, which is awesome. So we'll just slide that on, get it as centered as possible. Something else I forgot to mention is I use the Metabone speed booster. I use the XL because all my glass is full frame. Gives you a little bit more depth of field, extra stopper light. It's just been a fantastic speed booster, and wide open it's still sharp. It doesn't get weird glowy effects and other things happening like the Viltrox does. So next up we'll throw the SSD in, just the Samsung T5. Super common. Slide that in there, lock that off. We have a cable at the front. Then we'll put on the monitor mount. So for the monitor mount I use the small rig ball head type. I'm actually not sure what this is called, but super versatile. As you can see, it's not so versatile right now, but it sort of moves around everywhere. Then we can throw it on the front of here, so it's got the ARRI style pin which fits straight into this monitor, into this handle. And for the monitor, I've just been using the Shinobi for quite some time. I had the Ninja V, but because I always run audio from my camera, the fan noise was pretty loud on the Ninja V, even when you weren't recording to it. So I opted for the Shinobi and it's been great so far. Nice little 5-inch monitor. Considering getting something bigger, like the Indy 7 from Small HD, throw on the HDMI. Now normally I'd have this HDMI actually fed down here really nicely and actually velcroed on, but for the purpose of this video I'm just going to do the quick job and twist it around my handle. Alright, so it's the monitor on. The thing I like about this little articulating arm here is that it's great when you're just hand holding this way. You can just turn it slightly towards where you're looking, like right here. And then most of the time I'm in an easy rig, so I'll have the easy rig pole coming up here, or a cable, which can get annoying in the way, so you can just angle this off to the side and still see the screen with no obstructions, which is bloody good. Microphone I'm using, it's the Gidday S-Mic 2. As you can see, I've actually broken the end of it just recently, so that's kind of just chilling. Need to get a new one of those. Now, to power the microphone, I have this cable that's way too long. I should have ordered a new one by now, but just haven't got around to it because when this is all rigged up here, it really doesn't bother me. So this just clips into here, and this just feeds this way, down through here. This is why I have this little Velcro piece here. So that makes that cable snug. And I don't know if you can see or not, but then I run it underneath here. This has a couple of loops. And then back underneath here, tucks under there, and then straight into the audio jack here. Battery, I'm just using a 95 watt hour DNO lighting battery. Had this forever, just gaffed it up because of branding stuff. That just slots through on the back of there. Super easy. Power cable, just D-tap to Pocket 4K power. It just plugs right in here. And same with this thing, I run it just straight across here. And then I actually tuck it, let's see if you can see that. Tuck it underneath here, plug straight into the D-tap. So it's all snug. I actually really don't like the D-tap being on this downside or underside of the battery here, because I'm often holding it like this and it's right on my forearm and it gets super annoying, so I feel like I'm gonna break it or something, so it's a little bit uncomfortable. And then lens, just throw on the Sigma 35mm art. I run a bunch of different Sigma art primes. My most used lens, to be honest, is actually the Canon 24-70 version 1 for my sort of dock work. Super versatile, gets the job done, looks great. It's a fantastic lens. And then I've also been using a matte box. This is a little Tilta mini matte box. Seriously, this thing does the trick just fine. If I use a 77mm adapter ring with the Tilta mini matte box, I can fit a Pro Mist filter inside here, and then on top of that I stack my variable ND filter from Polar Pro, and then I put the matte box on, and that means I can run a variable ND and a Pro Mist inside this matte box, and it works perfectly. And if you don't want to run a Pro Mist, you can just run a UV protection filter if you need, which is one of the annoying things about this matte box not being able to run other variable NDs or having to stack a filter inside there. Oh, hey buddy. This is Bean, a very elusive black cat. I think he's probably hungry, that's why he's bugging me right now. I think the only other upgrade I need to make on it is my follow focus. I have the rails obviously and the focus gears. I did purchase one a little while back, but I really didn't like how it felt, so I returned it. Just haven't bothered to get a new one yet. But I also love to have the rods here just to hold. I always hold my finger here like this, if you can see. It's kind of weird. And then I manually focus, but it works great for me. So yeah, with this rig I can get awesome audio, nice sun hood here, flexible monitor, I can see in any situation, fast SSDs, obviously all the great internal codecs of the Pocket, plenty of battery life. Alright, well that pretty much does it for my Pocket 4K rig. Like I said before, it's been super reliable. I've shot so many different things on this rig here, super versatile, just has never skipped a beat. So yeah, if you've got any questions about it or anything, just drop a comment below. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Cheers.